So you want me to start it and go 3, 2, 1, and then we do.
So
Wait, what?
we already started recording though.
Oh fuck! It shows you that. I was so trying to prank you. It would have been so fun. What I was trying to do was like just make you say it.
Oh, you were trying to prank me?
Yeah, because so before I started recording, Janine wanted to do like a thing together, and I really didn't want to, and I didn't want to tell her that, so I was gonna make her do it. But it tells them.
That's embarrassing, so I'd be the only one doing it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it by myself anyway. Welcome to Spill the Tea Quarantine Edition. At home.
She just whacked her hand into something. Wait, Janine, can I tell Allie what you told me before the show? She doesn't know. Janine has corona.
No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have it, but apparently the doctor said I probably have it.
Were you like?
I have.
Laughing then. Were you like what is it called? Like exposed to it?
No, but I mean, actually, one of my uncle passed away. Like my great uncle, my mom's uncle passed away like 2 weeks ago.
From corona?
From pneumonia. A pneumonia like.
Oh.
Which is with corona. But we obviously didn't see him or anything. He passed away, and then my grandpa went to the wake, and then so it's a possibility that maybe like that. But like this weekend, I had a fever that was like 100, 101, so it wasn't like anything crazy. I didn't even feel like I even had a fever. Like I didn't even know I had one. I just took my temperature for fun. I was like, let me just take my temperature. When I saw 100.3, I was like, what? I'm like, how do I have a fever? I'm like, I don't even think I have one. So then, I also had a really bad headache, like the whole weekend. Like couldn't even move couldn't even turn my face. Like that's how bad I had it. But that's it. No sore throat, no shortness of breath, no coughing, no stuffy nose, no running nose, nothing. Wow. So I was like, this is weird.
So did you take a test for it?
No, I didn't take a test, but like I started taking antibiotics just because like I'm like maybe it'll help, and it did help. I feel better. So I don't think it was corona that an antibiotic would help. But then my doctor called today about like a heart doctor. It wasn't even a regular doctor. A heart doctor called, and I'm like, I told him how I was sick, and then he was like, yeah, you probably have corona, so like just isolate yourself and your family.
I feel like that's what every doctor says nowadays. It's like that's just like the default. It's like the only virus that exists.
Yeah. Well, now my mom's flipping out, and she's like, going crazy. I'm like, I don't think I have it though.
At least it's better to, I mean, it sucks, but it's better to be safe than sorry and be like isolated right now, just in case. But because like it could like not show any symptoms, so you know, like you don't know, it could be anything. Probably isn't though. We're inside a lot, so whatever germs are inside, like we could be getting sick from that too. You know, I don't know.
I mean, if you're bringing it from outside, but also it's like it exists on surfaces for only so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just so crazy. Has anyone else been experiencing like random like existential like thoughts where they're like, oh my god, like how long is this gonna go on? What am I gonna do? Like 100%. I just get these like random like paranoid like episodes.
Me too. It's literally like, I feel like this whole thing is almost like an experiment to like see how long it can last and if we're gonna go crazy or not, because I've been having like mental breakdowns.
I saw a recent headline that they're gonna continue like the social distancing order until 2022.
Wait, what?
When the fucking vaccine is gonna get released.
I would not let that happen. Like I would not say.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it'll be done in a few months.
It's gonna happen everywhere. It's gonna happen. Like Cuomo is saying, like if Trump orders New York to open up, you know, and allow people to continue to go to work for the sake of the economy, he's not going to adhere to his orders. And can you do that? Can you like
overturn the president? I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly and truly, what do you think the timeline is? Like, what do you think?
If I can guess, well, first I do want to say that I haven't been having any existential crises. I actually like just accepted it. Somehow, I don't know how, like mentally, I just accepted that this is the reality that we're in. And you guys know, I miss my Selena, so it's hard. But, you know, I don't know, like I believe it's going to be over soon. Not too soon, but soon enough for us to survive. And I think that we could make it. I mean, we're making it work. We're keeping ourselves entertained. We're doing our schoolwork. We're now doing the show. I mean, we can make it work, you know?
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, I would say like July-ish would be when we can go out.
House?
What?
You think we're gonna be stuck in the house till July?
Quite possibly.
Oh, I'm killing myself.
I'll tell you the stats. I wrote them down, okay? There are over 100,000 cases, okay, and over 7,000 deaths just in New York City. New York City has more than any country. This is where we live, by the way.
The state, right?
This is just the city that I'm talking about. The state has 200,000 over.
Wow.
We have half the cases.
Yep. But this state has more cases than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Than anywhere else. Yeah. We have, okay, so there's over 600,000 cases and over 25,000 deaths in America. And then there's almost 2 million cases and over 100,000 deaths in the world. So over 100,000 people have died from this in the world.
that's a lot.
7,000 of them are here.
Almost 8,000 deaths. Yeah.
That's bad.
Crazy.
That's pretty bad.
All we can do is stay at home,
I mean, this might
washing
be
our
like
hands.
hopeful thinking, but like my timeline that I'm thinking might happen, which I doubt because I doubt it. But I think that probably like I'd say like June 1st we'll definitely be able to go outside. I think
I hope so.
May they'll start opening things up like slowly where we can't leave the house yet, but things will start to open up. And then by June 1st we can leave the house. Like I feel like May's gonna be a good month. I feel like April, once April we get through April, like May will be better. Because I feel like we're already doing better. And
Because right now, what I'm seeing, the curve is going down.
Yes.
yeah, it's flattening a little bit. Like it's
They just, if the thing is, if we let everyone out like sooner than when we're supposed to,
Right.
it'll start up again.
I know. Because
Yeah.
the problem is we're all gonna flip out, go outside again, and like run to like hang out with each other and hug each other.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna.
Just picture one person coughing in a restaurant. It goes, let's say you're like in Nora's or something, a tiny little restaurant. You get a couple people coughing that have it, everyone's got it. It's very, very, very contagious.
If one person even coughs, everyone's gonna like run out of the restaurant.
Society, let's discuss this. Society is going to be so weird for a while.
It
Yeah.
really is. Like,
It's
hi, how are you? Like no hugging.
Now my grandma's calling me and she's like, is it true that they're going to come up with the vaccine and the rich people are going to come up with this vaccine and the vaccine is going to turn us into robots that are going to, and we're going to like serve like the top 1%. And I'm like, did Bernie Sanders like reach out to you? Like, what is this? Anyways, I don't know. She's also like annoying me and like calling me and like claiming that like she's just full of conspiracy theories. It's insane. She's like crying on the phone because she can't stop reading these fucking headlines.
I know it's so hard to avoid it. That's all that we see right now. There's no good news, no like even TV. There's no new things coming out, so it's like there's nothing else to hear about.
Well, that's a good transition. There was one thing that's been saving everyone during this pandemic, and that is The Tiger King on Netflix.
Oh, of course.
I think you're gonna say Animal Crossing.
No, I saw that as a game, right? I want to play it. But yeah, Tiger King. Did you guys watch it?
I watched the first 3 episodes. I didn't finish it yet, but I know that everybody thinks like that Carol Baskin shot her, fed her husband.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
She's 100% fed her husband to the tigers. 100%. There is not.
Spoil it for me a little bit. Like, why do you think that?
Did you see the 3rd episode?
I didn't finish the 3rd episode, but I watched this all.
Okay. Her husband, her story is that he flew on a plane and just never came back. Where'd the plane go? He died.
Were there any tracks?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. She fed him to the husband, to the tigers. What?
Why would she kill her husband?
I forgot. They were not getting along. I think she was filing for divorce against him.
So she fed him to the tigers?
Yeah.
That's a little rash, Carol.
There is
she had a lot of money. He had a lot of money.
yes, and she got it all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. I love that meme where it's like Joe Exotic, he's like, "Hey, motherfuckers," and then Carol Baskin's like, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens." I love that meme. It's so
like cool cats and
he's
kittens.
so like.
Joe Exotic is the best human being
Oh
ever.
my god, justice for Joe Exotic.
I thought I was gonna hate him. I was like, I really like this guy. Like, he's really crazy, but like, I love
He's
him.
insane. Trump needs to pardon him. Okay, they tricked him into doing this. There was a whole sting operation. You'll see more in the episodes. I don't want to spoil too much. They had this whole sting operation against him to get him to try and get someone to hire someone to kill Carol Baskin.
So he's in
tricked
jail
into it.
He hired someone. He didn't actually hire someone to do it.
No, he did, but he was. I would say that he was led to.
Oh, like he was like.
So a lot of people saw this documentary and they're like, "Yeah, this shit's bullshit." First of all, this woman now is free. She definitely killed her husband.
Mm-hmm.
She's free. She's a hypocrite. She does the same exact thing that Joe Exotic does with the tigers, but punishes him for it.
Profits off of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Profits off of it, and keeps the tigers, and I would argue a much like worse conditions than any other. By the way, I went to CWF in Miami, and it was a great zoo. Like, it was one of the more hands-on zoos. You can actually, like, you know, not only just take a picture with a tiger, just like, imagine it's like, did you see that scene with, like, Joe Exotic? He just, like, brings the tiger's head next to the faces, takes a flick, and that's, like, $200. Like, that's all you need. Like, that's what they paid for.
They want to, though, these people. That's the thing. Like, they're like tiger enthusiasts, and it's like a crazy thrill. So they pay money. There was one part, I don't forget which episode it was. The guy was like, "Yeah, I came here 3 times this week."
Yeah, I saw that.
Dollars that he spent on this. But I would only spend that money if I could meet Joe Exotic.
I mean, like, so like, I'd be so excited to see tigers in real life, but like, I'd feel really bad if I saw them in cages and stuff like that. I'd be like, let them.
They're not in like tiny cages. They're able to run.
Stuck. Like,
Carol Baskin though puts them in tiny cages.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what her life is like right now. She's probably getting so many death threats.
She's the Hillary Clinton of the tiger world.
Literally about to say that. She looks exactly like Hillary Clinton. She's like, even the way that she speaks, even the way that she, like, her, like, entire, like, I bet there are emails that say that she killed her husband. Mm-hmm. Like, that she, like, deleted.
Yep.
It's insane.
And he just disappeared. He just disappeared out of nowhere, and Hillary Clinton knew 50 people that disappeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, not disappeared. They died of random things.
Right. Next thing you know, you find out that he committed suicide, allegedly, somewhere in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you find him, like, hanging off of.
But the thing I'm confused about is, like, why would she agree to be a part of the documentary if it's going to frame that she's the one who killed her husband?
She's rich, and there's no proof or evidence.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, if you actually did it, why would you want to be a part of something that makes you look like you did it?
I don't think she knew that going into it. She didn't know going into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that they were going to make that narrative about her murdering her husband and feeding it to the tigers.
That's like, can you imagine anything scarier than being eaten by a tiger? I really cannot.
She probably killed him first.
During that.
Yeah. I think
well, but really though, like, imagine being mauled by a tiger. Like, you're alive during that process. Like, you're alive, and you're just like biting your arms. You're just like, get off. Like,
did you see where the girl got her arm ripped off?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. She was like so totally casual about it. She was like,
yeah. I went right back to work after that.
Yeah. I saw this thing on Snapchat. She did like a whole interview with, I forgot where it was, but apparently she's trans. So then I think. I forgot which way it went, but yeah. But the documentary got it wrong, like her gender.
Oh, did it really?
Or his gender, yes.
They made it seem like it was a girl, so it must be a guy then.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. But yeah,
you gotta finish it.
I'm probably gonna start finish it soon. But the fact that I didn't even realize that.
But it's like these parts are like, it's overall like a very like boring show to get through. Like it's hard, you know what I mean? But then it's like there's so
Documentary.
hard.
I loved it. Every second, I was not bored once.
Really?
I loved like
It gets better by the second episode.
yeah, no, I'm on like the 3rd episode. It's only because I was watching it with Gianna, and then Gianna went to Greg's house, and then she finished it with him. So I was like, I don't want to finish by myself now. Pretty sad, I know.
All right, want to move on?
Sure.
Okay, the next thing that we are going to discuss. Oh, I wrote this on the list. We don't have to talk about it for a while, but it's about Bernie Sanders dropping out of the race and endorsing Joe Biden, which he did today, I think, or yesterday. Yeah.
It's like a few days ago.
Yeah, how does everyone feel? Joe Biden is a Democratic nominee.
I don't really know much about him. Like I know he was a vice president, obviously, but like I don't really know like his policy. But I mean,
I just know he likes to get aggressive when people start interviewing him.
You said that like you liked it. Sorry.
No, it's just so funny. It's just such a joke thing.
She was like, he gets aggressive. You know? I was like, oh, okay.
Mr. Biden likes to get aggressive. What are you, the new Monica Lewinsky?
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I don't think he's a terrible guy. He's very forgetful.
Yeah.
It's a kind of an issue. He thinks things are Thursday when it's a Tuesday.
Trump, like that he used to be Republican or something. That's
Did Biden used to be Republican? I don't think so.
No, maybe it wasn't. No,
I'm not sure. Maybe years ago.
Similarities and like people like if you vote for Biden, you're basically almost voting for the same thing.
No, he's very different from Trump. I mean, I feel like Joe Biden is a more, he's probably like the nicer alternative to Trump, but I mean, Republicans are still going to vote for Trump, you know?
Yeah.
But Sanders, I don't think was ever going to beat Trump at all. I think at least now the Democrats have a chance of winning.
Yeah, I didn't think Bernie would win at all.
Sanders is too far left.
Yes.
I'm honestly happy that Sanders is out of the race.
Me too.
I don't know why he keeps trying. He's way too old. Like his like principles are way too like on one side of the spectrum. I don't know. I'm not a political correspondent. I'm not really that into politics, but it's like it doesn't take like a person who's like really into politics to realize that Sanders honestly has no chance. I don't care what anyone wants.
His supporters really believed he would win. Like there was nothing you could have said to them that was any different.
Yeah.
How is the middle of the country going to vote for these ideas?
Like Bernie Sanders and Bernie Sanders supporters are just two peas in a pod. They're just both equally delusional. So it's like, let them be. But it's like they're like they represent what I call the loud minority of America, which is like all of these people with all of their, pushing all of their crazy leftist ideas but there's nothing plausible or like feasible, when the meeting has been up for
Yeah, we still have it. We were about to get kicked off, but it let us keep it, I think. Anyway, I think we should give more context to this by what we mean by like far left, like kicking millions of people off their healthcare insurance that they might like, giving an alternative without really assuring us that it's going to be good healthcare. That's what his plan was, to kick everyone, to completely destroy private insurance.
Kind of with Obamacare. That's why it was so messy, no?
Well, Obamacare, you still had the choice. You still had private insurance as a choice, right. Which is what a lot of the Democrats were fighting for. It was to have a public health option where it would be free. You could still get healthcare, but free healthcare doesn't mean good healthcare, and I want to be assured that it's good. I could talk about this for a million years. Probably shouldn't.
I read that like one of the biggest problems though with like the whole coronavirus now is that Biden can't campaign. He can't go out and campaign. Like he can't do like his rallies and stuff like that because of the situation. So now it gives Trump a better chance because Trump doesn't need to campaign because he's already president.
Honestly, Janine, I feel like this election is really going to come down to voter turnout. I think Democrats are going to vote Democrat and Republicans are going to vote Republican in the vast majority. I think that there are going to be some Republicans that vote blue. I might vote for Joe Biden. Like I've considered it. So I don't know. Because there are a lot of people like me who are like mostly Republican, but don't really speak out much about like their Democratic views because then you have to get hassled by Republican people. And if I speak against Democrats, then you get a whole fucking thing of crazies coming after you. So I usually stay quiet on here. I don't care. This is the platform. If you're going to talk about it. Spilling the tea, exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm a registered Democrat, which my parents never cease to reprimand me for. But but the thing is, like, I voted like third party the first time I voted. I voted for, what's his name?
You were old enough? I wasn't.
We yeah, I was 18. You're younger. I was like just like at that voting age. I was 18.
Oh wow.
And I voted for, what's his name? The guy, the I think he's like a libertarian.
Yes, Gary Johnson.
Yes, Gary Johnson. I voted for him.
I know this shit. I'm obsessed with this stuff.
Yeah, I just voted for him because I think Elizabeth Warren was running. Was it Elizabeth Warren? No, it was
Hillary Clinton.
No, obviously Hillary Clinton, but I'm saying there was another third party.
Oh my God, Jill Stein.
Yes.
Is that her name? Yes.
Jill Stein is like Elizabeth Warren. They're kind of like very similar, right?
I don't know anything about her. I never followed the Green Party.
She's very, very much Elizabeth Warren. Like she was like the female Bernie Sanders.
The Green Party is a liberal party, and the Libertarian Party is a fiscally conservative party.
Right. So I was kind of going for the fiscally conservative option, but I kind of like felt
I liked him.
Bad to like give my vote to Trump, so I didn't. And yeah, so I did that. People like fucking wrote in Harambe. That like entire election was like a joke. You guys remember Harambe the girl?
Yes. That was crazy. I couldn't vote then though. I was 17.
Yeah. But
I didn't want to have that on me. Like I didn't want to know that I had a part in it.
Yeah. Yeah, but this year I don't even know if I'm gonna vote, honestly, because it's like I wasn't following this election at all. But
I didn't realize we were even in election season. Like I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, there's gonna be an election. Yeah. I'm like,
it's
so
crazy
like
how much I followed the debates before, but now
I'm like, it's been 4 years.
I just feel like the media has like the things that they like. Technically, there was a SARS outbreak, right? Like people knew about the other strain, the virus, SARS, before the coronavirus broke out. And had they not been worried about fucking Trump's impeachment and this and that and all this other bullshit, political bullshit in the media, they could have actually taken necessary precaution and, invested enough of their resources into controlling this outbreak, and we wouldn't be here today. So it's like I'm so just completely like disappointed in our government and the regulations and the things that we're choosing to kind of like spend our time and resources on, that like I just can't. I don't even want to participate.
No, I get it. This was a huge fuck up on everyone. Like there were senators that knew that this was going to get bad and they pulled out their stocks before it got bad. This is a disgusting thing. I wouldn't put so much blame on Trump specifically.
I wouldn't say Trump,
even though
like
the media is making him the scapegoat like they always do. But the actual problem here was the World Health Organization. They were telling people up until the end of February and beginning of March to go outside and to, they knew how bad it was in China.
They did.
This information. China wasn't the government. The Chinese government did not tell us this information. We should be blaming them. But I'm gonna say that not yet. Like I wouldn't want people to like start fighting or going crazy about the Chinese government right now. I feel like we should focus on like us getting through this right now. But then after, we really should be doing something. The Chinese government is one of the worst governments in the entire universe. They still have concentration camps. They kill their people. They're disgusting.
Yeah,
and it's not racist to say that. They're disgusting. And one more thing. Liberals have been going crazy about Russia. Russia's disgusting, blah, 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 blah. But why can't they criticize China for doing the same exact things as Russia? Sorry, that's all.
No, and I'm pretty sure that the U.S. is it possible to like sue a country?
I don't know. I think we go to war.
I think it's called.
I mean, I feel like this is like biological warfare.
It is.
Yeah.
And
25,000 people that's Yeah, in America, 25,000 people have been killed from coronavirus in our country.
And do you know what's ironic? China, back on its feet, totally fine right now. They just kind of
If
like,
they're telling the truth.
well, what do you mean? You think they're not fine? And they're
It's probably a lot better. It's been 4 months.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like the same as here right now. No, we're much worse.
Right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. They kind of just like it was like a slow bomb that was just kind of like slowly unraveling throughout the rest of
I
the country.
truly can't believe that we're in this situation right now. I can't believe I'm sitting here doing our show from Zoom.
I know. I kind of like it though. I like doing it on here. It's
I like seeing all your faces. Like usually you have to turn around and see Allie, and like it hurts my neck. So it's good to see, it's nice to see Allie's face.
That is like amazing.
Like
There's
it's crazy.
no, I know.
Like I was not expecting that. Like that week that it happened, I had a feeling that schools would get shut down, but I didn't think it would be like this long. I thought it'd be like 2 weeks or so.
Right.
The day it was a Tuesday, I had my class, my 9 o'clock class, and I raised my hand. We got our midterm on Thursday. It was Tuesday, and I said, what's gonna happen if the schools get closed down? If we like, are we still gonna have our midterm on Thursday? She's like, there was no like indication this was gonna happen. She's like, that's not happening. Like, I don't know why you think that's gonna happen. Like, schools aren't getting closed down. Thursday came, schools were shut down. I was like, what did I tell you? No midterm. Like, I'm like, I told you it's gonna happen. No,
I feel like I was the only human being in New York City that knew that this was going to happen. I obsessively watched the news, and like that week, like before like it all started, I was like looking at her. I'm like, why are we all outside right now? We need to be inside. It's the only way that we're going to stop this spread. I'm going crazy internally. I'm like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go to class. I want to stay here and not, you know. And then everyone thought I was crazy. But then like 2 days later, it was like, we're shut down. I was like, thank you. I was telling you this. And by the way, I mostly only watch Fox News, and they were way more informative than any other news about anything. So I will defend Fox News to the death. Yes.
Did you watch the movie that I told you?
No, I want to watch it so bad. Is it
watch
on rental? It's wait, what's it called? The movie?
Bombshell?
Bombshell. Yes, I want to watch it so bad. It's about Fox News and Roger Ailes. He was a sexual assaulter. Oh, it's crazy. It's terrible.
About Fox News, how like when Roger Ailes was like the boss, and he was like assaulting the woman, like the female news anchors.
Yeah.
On Fox.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, I really want to watch it. I wonder if it's on rent for iTunes.
Margaret Robbie is in it. I'm in.
Yes, and Charlize Theron, and she played Megyn Kelly.
She did her exactly. Like, there's no difference. Like, it's literally her.
I only saw the trailer, but I was like, oh my god, it's literally Megyn Kelly.
Is that why Megyn Kelly left Fox News?
Because of
I think she got offered a spot is it NBC?
She got her own show.
Yeah, I think it was NBC. I might be wrong. She got her own show there. I think that's why she left. I might be wrong though.
Wow, she went from a conservative like network to.
You know, we talked about her getting fired from her show on Spillin' the Tea like 2 years ago.
We did, and I didn't know who she was.
Oh my god, I love Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly is the woman that Trump said that she was bleeding, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And she also did an interview with Vladimir Putin.
Oh, interesting. Wait, I have a really good transition. Okay, so Megyn Kelly got fired for saying that she didn't understand blackface, right?
Yeah.
Now, one of our topics. Oh my god, wait, maybe I shouldn't look too excited to talk about this. Okay, anyway, Twitter has been blowing up against Bad Baby because what?
Is it AKA Danielle Bergoli?
Yes, Danielle Bergoli. She has been posting pictures of her with her skin tanned, and people are saying she's blackfishing, which means like when a white woman dresses up as I guess Latina or African person. And apparently that is offensive. So do you also want to talk about that? Is that offensive?
I mean, when I saw the picture, like it did kind of like it didn't look like her at all.
No, it doesn't.
Which was like I kind of was caught off guard about it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure her intentions weren't that.
Also, of course not.
You're going to call her out for that, but you're not going to call her out about literally the way she's been acting up until this point. Like,
yeah,
it's safe to say that the way that she behaved and like her from her accent to the like. And the thing is, even when you interviewed her mom said that the way that she talks isn't the way that she talks in
It's not.
in like real life, like you know what I mean? So it's like she definitely has always like carried herself and had like a persona that like would be equated to like the women we see on like BET and like
Okay, I think the better way of saying that, I guess for the
yeah,
SJWs, is the stereotypical Black women,
right,
actual Black women.
not saying that all Black women behave this way, but it's like stereotypically speaking,
Yes.
that's how they are portrayed in like popular media, right?
Yes.
So
I completely.
So if up until this point she's behaved that way, and now that she's, you know, maybe dressing a certain way or wearing her hair a certain way, I mean, you know, I feel like it's rude, for example, when they accuse Kim Kardashian of blackfishing.
Yeah.
Because she does not, quote unquote, act Black in any way. She just happens to have features that made, you know, like the hair and like the dreads and this and that. I mean, listen, if you're going to be a part of popular culture, you should expect, you know, certain parts of your aesthetic that may be appealing to people. It's consider yourself a trendsetter. I mean, you know, so then go ahead. So Bad Baby went on, and what did she say in the video? She actually said something that was interesting. So if you want to.
What do you mean that she said something?
Said she was talking about Lil Kim.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is her defending the blackfishing thing. I actually have it here. I wanted to play it for you guys to hear this. It's actually, okay, so the first part, I get what she's saying. I don't fully agree with her, but by the end, she just, like, it's really bad. Just listen.
Really bad, yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
A darker foundation. Little Kim wears foundation that, and no disrespect towards Little Kim. I'm actually a fan of her. I no disrespect towards her, but the girl wears foundation that's too light for her face. The girl went and got a nose job to have a smaller nose like white people. Like, y'all don't see that? She turned herself into, and I'm like I said, no disrespect towards her. I don't got no problem with it. She do what make her happy. That's on her. But like I'm saying, she literally got surgery to make herself look like a white person. She's wearing white like makeup that's light, and y'all don't say a goddamn word about her. Y'all don't say a goddamn word about her. But I put on a foundation that makes me look tan. Would be saying the N-word. I would be doing that Black people do. The act Black. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Who wants to be Black? I don't understand that. I really just can't comprehend it.
Okay. So when she said that, it was like, I know what she means. She means like who's trying to pretend to be something else. That's what I really think she meant by it. But I don't know.
That's what she meant.
I think that's what she meant.
If you agree with the premise that institutionalized racism exists, that makes people of color a marginalized group in this society. So her stating who wants to be Black the way that people could have perceived it is, why would I want to be Black? Because
no, like the literal way of what she's saying it sounds terrible. It's the worst thing you could possibly say in this scenario. But it's like, I feel like, and then her point about Lil Kim with the looking white thing, I feel like no one's trying to actually look like another race. Like, how can you like I feel like it's okay to tan yourself, and I feel like it's okay to do your hair any which way you want.
Yeah.
No race or anything should own a hairstyle or a skin color. Like, we can do whatever we want. We should be, especially women, we should be able to do whatever we want. Did I just say I'm a woman? Women should be able to do whatever they want, right? Why liberalism will always be like, women can do what they want, women can do what they want, except cultural appropriate. I think cultural appropriation is the scum of I don't know. It's disgusting.
So when I first saw it, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm doing my show.
I'll cover you. So cultural appropriation, I feel like it's just so like, ugh, there's no reason why anyone can't do what they want to do. They're not like trying to look Hispanic or look black or even look white, like what she's saying, like how Lil Kim's trying to look white. People
Like,
should just do what they want to do with themselves. Why can't we just do what we want without people judging?
Like every time any celebrity goes to like India or whatever, they have to wear like the thing, the hijab. Anytime they have to, and they post a picture wearing it, they'll be like, "How dare you culture appropriate and wear the hijab to India?" Meanwhile, you can't enter like any place or mosque over there unless you're wearing one, so they have to wear it.
Yeah.
So they're not culture appropriating; they're being respectful. They're wearing it,
yeah.
but they're supposed to wear it to respect. If they didn't wear it there, that'd be disrespectful. Because you have to wear it because you can't enter any place without wearing it. So how are you culture appropriating it if that's literally the only way to even be in that country is to wear it?
By definition, cultural appropriation mostly stems from the fact that people that are not of color, right? White people use different, you know, like different like articles of clothing or like whatever, maybe hairstyles, whatever, maybe usually for commercial purposes. So it's kind of like when Taylor Swift did it in her music video Shake It Off, and she started like shaking her ass and like kind of like dressing like what would appear to be a stereotypical black woman. Or Katy Perry wore a geisha, I think they're called, like in like a kimono in a VMA performance, and like not embodied, but like kind of like you know, like was like dressed like an Asian woman when she wasn't Asian. And technically in both situations they're profiting and they're making this more mainstream when the people who originally have ownership of that aesthetic are usually like insulted or berated for doing the same thing.
Why should anyone have ownership over, like, why should a race or culture have ownership over anything?
I don't think that they should have ownership, but it just comes to show that it's like, why are we being treated like we're less for doing something that's true to us? So for example, like when there was a time when black women wore their hair big, they weren't allowed to like you know, a lot of workplaces were against that, you know what I mean, because they just didn't feel like it was professional.
Yeah, but
then, you know, so,
do you think that maybe accepting everyone as whatever they want to do with themselves, regardless of what it is, regardless if a race owns it, don't you think that may help the cause of everyone being able to do everything and not anything being offensive? I mean,
yeah, I think our society should go, should move in that direction. But in order for that to happen, I feel like everyone has to be accepted, including the people who originally, you know, who have kind of like original, like, who kind of not own the aesthetic, but kind of like who originally presented like certain, like, you know, like whatever, the hairstyles or whatever it is that you're talking about.
But aren't people of color very much represented in entertainment in any way as of right now? Maybe not still as much as white people, but it is an ongoing process. I mean, it's not like you turn the TV and just see white people.
Right, yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is just like an ongoing argument. Like, I don't feel like it's ever, I feel like everyone is always going to be bitter about it. There's always going to be, it's always going to trend on Twitter. It's sad,
though.
It's sad, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself, but it's like.
No, I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. I just think that we should be able to do whatever we want to do, and we shouldn't be judged for it, and no race should own something. It's ridiculous. Like, we're all people. We should treat. I feel like that's why I will identify more as conservative. I feel like conservatives actually believe in real equality, while like liberals want to have like little weird things to own and stuff. It's like weird. I don't get it. I think it's hypocritical, and
What
I
I
don't know
take,
why I identify as conservative. That's why. What?
what I take umbrage with is when white people go against. I feel like white people are like the liberal white people are actually like the most racist people,
Yeah.
because it's almost like they're trying to like it's like the more you try to like appear like you're doing the right thing, you know what I mean? They're kind of like, I think I saw like a meme recently. It was like an asymptomatic coronavirus carrier is like the equivalent of like a white liberal, because they're kind of like they have racism inside of them, but it's like they try to actively like not show it, and I feel like that comes more from like a guilty conscience rather than, and I feel like people like us who are open to talk about this, like we have like pure intentions.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that 100%. I love
Yeah.
everyone of anything. I don't see people. Obviously, we see race. Like we can't just be like, I don't see race. Like we obviously see race.
Right.
But I'm not gonna think any less of you of anything. But it's sad because I feel like when people find out that I'm like more Republican, they'll instantly think I'm like racist and like homophobic. And then they'll ask me if I'm gay, and I'm like, okay, you know. But you know, it's just sad. I hope that one day we could all come together and actually be equal and be nice to each other.
But okay, with the whole like cultural appropriation thing, like I get like their argument, like why it could be offensive, because like the braids and everything like that, like they would want years of like, you know, getting abused for it and like
Right.
being like made fun of or whatever, and then now a white person can do it and like not get in trouble for it and praise for it and say, oh, you look amazing. Like I get that like argument, but the fact of the matter is that most people that do it, like they're not doing it because they're racist, because they hate black people. They're not doing it with like bad intentions. Like they're just doing it because they like it. So it's like,
yes, and I don't think it has anything to do with race. I think just they like the style of it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And even if it was to do with race, they're doing it in a way because they like the way they do it. Like they're admiring.
There's that argument of cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. So it's like,
but like, no one ever sees it as appreciation ever. Like it's never that. It's always immediately appropriation. And it's like what I just told you with like the hijab thing, like that'd be appreciation because obviously they're respecting the culture. But no, it's immediately appropriation. So I don't know. It's like just calm down. Like it's not hurting anyone. It really is. At the end of the day, it's only hurting you because you're gonna get offended by it. So if you just like,
can you imagine how much anger and hatred you have to have in yourself to literally look for tits on an ant every single day of your life, to literally look for things to get angry about? How unhappy of a human being that they are. Tits on an ant, yes.
Is that an expression?
Yes.
That's the first time I've heard of that expression.
Well, I'm glad that I brought it to you, Dan.
I like that.
But and it's not just liberals that do this. There are, obviously it's mostly the Liberal Party. That's what they're based on. It's about not being happy with things. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm saying the Liberal Party is not, it's based on wanting to change things and not being happy. But there are a lot of conservatives who look for problems all the time too. A lot. You can see it on Facebook of like people arguing with each other and like they say the craziest things, a lot of racist things, and I don't subscribe to that either. Right. People need to stop looking for tits on an ant.
Ants don't have any tits. Stop looking for them.
Looking for a problem. Yeah. Okay, we've been on this for a while.
Well, extra tea question.
Okay, so I came up with one extra tea question. I actually think it's a good one. Like it's what's the first thing you guys want to do when quarantine's over?
I want to go to Kettle Black. I don't know if you've
I've never been there. I've heard about it. Let's go. I'm going with you.
Okay. Yes.
Wait, why is that so familiar?
It's in Bay Ridge. It's like wings and like it's like a restaurant bar, sports bar type place. It's just my favorite. I love their wings and like I was craving them right before quarantine, and then when it's quarantine, I'm like, why didn't I go? So
did your birthday pass?
Yeah.
Did I say happy birthday?
You did the next day.
Oh my God. Thank God.
The day of, I was like, wow, damn, I remembered. I was like, I'm surprised Dan didn't text me.
I'm so sorry.
I literally texted her like 12:01 the next day.
Oh, the next day.
But I started writing.
Oh, thank God.
No, a.m. I started writing at 11:58,
Oh yeah, I know. And then you said it was 12:01.
But it was the date was technically the day after her birthday. Oh, good. I thought you were gonna say that you got it like on the day, and at 12:01 a.m. on the day, I would have been like, "You fucking asshole," because I'm like sitting here like, "Yeah, I forgot."
It's okay, Dan.
No, but we're both assholes, so it's good. So
Yeah, it's fine. But I had a good birthday. It wasn't that bad. Jake came over, so it was good. As long as he was here, I had a good time. But
you're 21 now.
Yeah.
You
How does
know,
it feel?
I'm so happy, Allie. We can go out. We can go karaoke.
Thanks.
Absolutely going to. No, I meant because that time me and Allie we went out and I couldn't get in, so I'm saying now I have fun.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't come. But it's okay. You guys have your girl time. I don't need to come.
You have your.
Hey, what? It doesn't even matter. By the time you turn 21, that's only then bars will probably start reopening. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned 21 on September 21st.
Yeah, you're a Virgo. Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah.
I'm just so happy I can like go to karaoke and like just go out and like not have to worry about I have to pay the bouncer or like sneak in, like just like nope.
Have you paid a bouncer before?
Yes.
I did once.
At Salty Dog. So
oh, I never went there.
Yeah, I just
it was at this club that it had underage people all the time. They got shut down though. But it was this club in Manhattan. I forgot what it was called.
Oh. Avenue? No, they got shut down.
Yes. Wait, I don't. Should we not say their names? This is like incriminating them. What?
Was it a club or was it a bar?
It's a club and a bar. There was a club upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I forgot the name of it.
Very popular. It
was popular. Everyone went there. I forgot what it's called. I don't remember what it was called. If you said the name, I probably would know. But yeah. But at least by September, we'll all be 21. And then after the show, next semester, we can go get wasted. We really should do that at least once. I know, like, you guys probably won't get wasted with me.
Are you guys, wait, I'm graduating this semester. Are you guys graduating
next year?
Next year? Oh, fuck, you're graduating.
Yeah.
Wait, you're
next year.
Zoom graduation.
Wait, you're not going to be coming back for a show?
No.
Unless we're still in Zoom, then
no.
Oh my god, that's so sad. We're gonna lose our intern. We have to get like a assigned one after. We still get them anyway.
No, it's so funny. They assigned me an intern, and like right after, the shows were basically canceled.
I know.
Yeah, they assigned us too, but we never met them. Yes, we had two. It was in our email. We had two, then one of them left, and then we had one, but I don't know who it was, and we never met them. Because we didn't get to do our show for 2 weeks even before. They didn't let us do our show.
Yeah.
We had a meeting.
I know.
Oh, I didn't go to that meeting.
Sorry for watching this, but
and then the guy offered to like give us his spot, but I had to work, I think, when he had it, or there was something I had to do, or something you had to do.
I was like, I'm not. I had work, I think. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Me and Chanel were like not in the mood to do a show this semester, so this like worked out perfect.
Oh.
I was like not with
it.
You
didn't do it at all?
We did like one show and I didn't like it and I didn't release it and like I just did not. It was like the topic that we chose was very hard to like do without a guest. It was hard to like ramble about. We basically talked about being like first generation immigrants.
Oh yeah.
But like yeah. Like
wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. How did you meet him?
Through you guys. Oh wait.
Oh wow, they're Janine then.
Right, through Janine. So you weren't on the show. Remember when you called in and you were
That's when you met him. Oh, that's cool. Is he your intern?
No, so I needed a co-host because I just didn't it was really hard doing the show by myself. And me and him like really have like good on-air chemistry even on
Yeah, it was good.
And I listened back, I was like, I like this kid, like he has like a good voice, whatever. And I got his number from Janine, and then he came to do that following Friday. He came to do my show. This was fall semester, and then and our first show like now has like over 100, probably over 200 by now. Listen on Spotify, on Amazon, on SoundCloud. And yeah, and it's great, and that was like our best show. But then ever since then we had good shows, just like, but I wouldn't say we had as much buzz on it, but like not as much buzz for sure. But it's like we had good on-air chemistry, so I was just like satisfied with that at least.
Yeah, that's nice. So Allie, what's the first thing you're gonna do when quarantine's over?
The first thing I want to do, I've been saving a lot of like these like different like dessert places in the city, and like there's this one place, I forgot what it's called. They have like amazing Cinnabons. I just want to go to like a nice cafe in the city and like sit down with like a matcha and a dessert and just
I'm so scared going to the train.
like just being in an establishment.
It's so funny. Allie looks like a dinosaur right now, and Janine's like, I'm scared to go on the train.
I don't really. I can't. The overcrowded bars, all of that. Like, no, thank you.
What am I talking about? The first thing I'm doing is going to Atlantic City for my birthday. That's
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, if you guys want.
Yeah, I actually know a lot of places in Atlantic City.
That's like a BS invite. She's like, oh, you guys want to come? Yeah.
No, seriously.
I'm going with my other friends, but like, if you guys want to show up.
Dan will rent a limo. We'll just like show up and surprise her.
Fuck yes, but like not hang out with her and just like leave her.
Yeah.
I'm not even 21.
And then I also really want to go on my birthday. I was supposed to do for my birthday also. Like,
Wait, you want to do what?
Greg wanted to take me to Nashville for my birthday.
Oh, I actually have to go there. My Juliet, my friend that went to the army, she's like there right now.
She's stationed there?
She's I don't know exactly specifically what she's doing there. But she has to be there for a while. So like she's renting an apartment there or a house. I don't know.
That's cool.
I gotta go there to see. But
I'm also working on a lot of. Go ahead.
What?
Wait, what'd you say, Janine? Go ahead.
No, I said I'm getting so tired.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to end this soon.
Yeah. So I'm also working on a lot of coronavirus material, so I kind of want to do like more stand up. So that should be fun.
Oh yeah, this is definitely good material.
Yeah.
I want to do it too, because this is making me realize like you only live once. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, so I wanted to do stand up.
And I want to see both of you do it.
For sure.
Mine is really awkward, but maybe that'll be like my thing, like my awkwardness.
I will be laughing. I laugh at everything.
That's true. Like, because I'm just so not funny that you'll laugh.
No, I'm laughing because I literally do find you very funny. Like your just natural self. I do.
Like mannerisms are a lot funnier than just like things people say.
The thing is, what's sad, like the funniest people don't realize it, and they get like, I'm not saying that you do, but the funniest people, they get offended when people are laughing because they think they're laughing at them, which they kind of are, but it's not in a mean way. It's like their mannerisms are so, like Lindsay, I sit and listen to Lindsay talk, and I burst out laughing, and she'll get mad. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Wait, which one is Lindsay? Is that the one that that went to Janine's party?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which party?
Yeah. Wait, what party?
20th birthday.
Yes.
Was I there? Yes, I was there. Yes.
Yeah. at Patricio's.
Yes, that's Lindsay.
Yeah, I agree. I also think
she's the best. I think now she like gets it, but like years ago, like she wouldn't get it. I'm like, you're just so funny the way you talk. It's great. Like, and it's not in a mean way. I promise.
Yeah.
I love her.
But I don't even realize it.
She's very like straightforward. She's like chill and like blunt at the same time.
Exactly. She's like, yeah, I don't care. What's going on with you? And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, we broke up. I'm like,
we broke up.
Like,
so what?
Gotta just so deadpan. I'm like,
yeah, like very deadpan. Yeah.
I remember I saw her like, I didn't see her the whole summer. Then I saw her when school started, and she was like, how are things? She goes, well, me and my boyfriend just broke up. I go, your boyfriend? Who? And then she
had a boyfriend.
And I'm like, it ended already? I just found out about it. Like,
and now she's with Jonathan. I love him. And I really do love Lindsay. I miss her so much. She's the best.
Next time we do this.
Okay, that'd be fun. Oh my god, we like talk about her on this one and then she's on the next one. That'd be so fun. She's working at a grocery store.
No way.
Yeah, so we have to talk about like her life on the front lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really do need to end this because it's already probably over an hour.
Edit this?
I don't know. Why? Do you want me to?
I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Oh god. Okay. Well, after we stop recording, I'll ask you what you mean by that. And then, okay, but I just want to say that the first thing I'm going to do when quarantine is over is go see Selena.
Aw.
And I'm saying that for her boyfriend brownie points when she watches this.
Brownie points?
Yes. You ever heard of brownie points?
No.
Oh, it's like a thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not good at explaining things.
Points, tits on an ant. Anything else?
I have a lot of Danisms. None of them are created by me.
Say that word, Dan. I'm gonna say so many Danisms. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna say any.
I didn't make any of them up.
No, I knew brownie points. I've never heard tits on an ant.
Tits on an Ant. I actually heard it from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 4. Kyle said it about this girl, Carlton, who was a witch.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
that was a crazy sentence. Anyway. All right, guys. Let's say goodbye. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy.
We keep talking at the same time.
I'm trying to let you. Yeah.
Everybody stay safe, and hopefully your mental health gets better because mine's declining. So that was my sign off. Okay, Allie, go.
I was just gonna say, wash your hands. Do your due diligence as a citizen. Keep your distance. Stay the fuck away from me. That's it.
And if Jean has corona, you guys may or may not know. To our viewers, but we will know. And you can ask me, and if I laugh, then she definitely has it.
Yeah.
Okay, just advice to the viewers if they ask me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. My best advice is, I know this is very hard right now, this whole situation, and it is hard to be at home and be alone and not to go out and do your normal routines and see your friends and your relationships, whatever. But it's going to be over soon, and you have to believe that and focus on that. Focus on the end of the tunnel instead of realizing where you are in the tunnel. Maybe look at the light coming out the other end, because there is one. It's not going to be like this forever. All right.
Definitely.
Anyway.
Love you guys.
I love we just all did that. We did it like a wave.
We done now.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Bye.